Hello everyone, you're now with me, Ruben Gomez, for TVS News at 5. Now, let us begin. A survey made by the Sarawak State Health Department involving 40,000 parents found that 59.7% of them agreed with the COVID-19 immunization program for kids, or PICKids. However, a total of 15% did not agree, while the remaining 25.3% were uncertain.
Sebab pertama yang menyebabkan responden tidak setuju atau tidak pasti ialah risau berkenaan komplikasi, risau berkenaan keselamatan vaksin, mau diberi kelebihan untuk memilih jenis vaksin.
He said this at a press conference after launching the Sarawak PICKids at the Sarawak General Hospital. Meanwhile, Minister of Local Government, Housing and Public Health Dr. Sri Dr. Sim Kui Hian said a total of 270,500 children in the state are eligible to receive the vaccine.
One of the reasons why we want to vaccinate the children is because the children have this multi-system inflammatory syndrome, in which the inflammation not only targeted the heart, they targeted the whole body, and so and it's important for the even though COVID-19 are milder, but this is a part of the multi-inflammatory syndrome which causes children can be very, very severely affected. And so I urge all the parents, because to help us to get the children vaccinated, because even children, a lot of children are very mild, but when they go home, they see the grandparents, they see those people at higher risk. Even a very mild Omicron can take you over, because you already not that healthy. And so Sarawak has been so successful because of the spirit of solidarity. All the Sarawakians has been very positive about all this vaccination. And that's why.
Meanwhile, the vaccinations for children with comorbidity will be continued in both government and private hospitals throughout the state, and the dates will be announced from time to time. Starting from February 5th, children will receive their vaccinations either at their schools or at vaccination centers set up by the Ministry of Health.
The vaccination of children aged between 5 and 11 years old under the National COVID-19 Immunization Program for Kids, PICKids, will be done on a voluntary basis. Health Minister Khairi Jamaluddin said no restrictions will be imposed on unvaccinated children.
Khairi said this was to build the confidence of parents, as the ministry was aware that many of them were taking a wait-and-see approach before enrolling their children in PICKids.
Ini program yang sukarela, secara sukarela. Tiada apa-apa syarat wajib yang kita tetapkan kepada ibu bapa. Kita ingin membina keyakinan ibu bapa supaya mereka tampil untuk mendaftar anak-anak mereka supaya mendapat vaksin yang kita telah lulus, iaitu vaksin Pfizer yang akan kita gunakan.
He said this at a press conference after launching PICKids at Tunku Aziza Hospital in Kuala Lumpur. Based on research data, Khairi said the vaccine for children, which is 1/3 of the adult dose, will not cause serious side effects, but only the common ones, such as fever. Khairi said the vaccination was important to prevent multi-system inflammation syndrome in children, complications, long COVID, and death among children.
Selain daripada kelulusan yang diberi di peringkat negara-negara lain seperti FDA dan juga di negara seperti Singapura, Australia dan sebagainya, kita sendiri telah melakukan kajian terhadap data keselamatan dan keberkesanan di bawah NPRA dan juga di bawah Technical Working Group di bawah Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia, dan kita pun telah memberi kelulusan dan mengesyorkan supaya vaksin ini selamat dan berkesan untuk kita gunakan.
Khairi described PICKids as the last piece of the puzzle for the national COVID-19 immunization program. He said his ministry's target was to give one dose of the vaccine to 70% of children aged between 7 to 11 years old and 50% of the total cohort of 3.6 million children aged between 5 to 11 years old. Since January 1st, there were 9,413 cases of COVID-19 infections involving unvaccinated children aged between 7 to 11 years old.
Now, two siblings, aged 34 and 38 years old, were arrested for illegal cockfighting and gambling activities, while a few others managed to escape at Kampong Siang Siang Laut in Lawas. Lawas District Police Chief DSP Sila Kaduang said the raid was carried out on February 2nd at around 11:45 a.m. by a team of police from the Lawas police station.
During the operation, he said the police confiscated several halo gambling paraphernalia, which included a canvas clothing with animal pictures printed on it, 3 dice, a wooden table, a plastic chair, and cash amounting to 485 ringgit. The police also seized 2 dead cockerels believed to have been used in the illegal cockfighting activities. The case is being investigated under Section 7, Bracket 2 of the Common Gaming House Act 1953 and Section 3, Bracket 1 of the Cruelty to Animals Prevention Ordinance 1963.
Now, the police are tracking down the motorcyclist who fled an Op Slamat roadblock on the first day of Chinese New Year at Kuching-Semarahan Expressway on February 1st. According to the Sarawak Traffic Investigation and Enforcement Department, traffic police personnel on duty detected a man who was riding a black motorcycle in a suspicious manner.
The Department Chief Superintendent Alexan Nagachabu said upon seeing the police personnel approaching him, the suspect fled by leaving the motorcycle at the roadblock. The incident was recorded by road users who were passing through the roadblock, and the videos had gone viral on social media. However, Alexan said the suspect, who was believed to be an Indonesian man, did not have a driver's license and managed to escape into the nearby jungle. The motorcycle left behind by the suspect was confiscated under Section 60 of the Road Transport Act 1987.
For the past 2 years, the COVID-19 pandemic, coupled with the strict standard operating procedures, had prevented people from visiting their families for any festive season. However, this year's relaxed SOPs for festivities gave the green light to families to celebrate the Chinese New Year together. 80-year-old single mother Tan Lian Heng shares her joy when all her family members gathered for the Lunar New Year. After longing for her family all this while, she's finally at ease seeing all her children, grandchildren and family members gathered together.
Tahun tu aku madah gede gagak semua ngebalau untuk balane angkat kedua tahun tu tadi nak karat mau labang ke sakit ku biak tu apa ngambil mengaga siko meh laban mendak ucuk balane ulih pulai udah pengaga magaku waktu kita waktu ulih nemu aku nemu meh aku kita nemu aku ngantor dapat na ulih jalan satunya meh nanti kita ulih nemu aku jenguk aku kita aku na ulih nemu kita semua kita kapan made kapan belayan.
There is nothing else more joyful than a family reunion during festive seasons. Hang, who is a mother of 5 children, says the atmosphere of the Chinese New Year celebration brings joy to her, especially when her sister, Josephine Ting, came to visit.
Halo, aku mau selamat tahun baru Cina 2022. Agai kapan belayan ke di luar. Aku ngambil peluang tu seberasa gagal mati laban semasa musim Covid 2 tahun kemudian tajak bersemak hari madi jerimpu kami noleh nemuai ngagai pangan jadi noleh ngusungnya noleh ngusung semua belah kaban. Jadi aku ngambil peluang tu sangat gagal mati laban oleh ngabasia laban SOP dilonggarkan oleh kerajaan Sarawak lah. Terima kasih dan Kong Hi Fat Choi.
Now, Netflix's latest South Korean drama, All of Us Are Dead, made a successful global debut and was hailed as a new Squid Game. According to Netflix, since its debut on Friday, the coming-of-age zombie horror topped the streamer's non-English language TV top 10 list, with 134.79 million hours seen over the week of January 24th until 30th.
Last year's phenomenon Squid Game had an all-time record of 1.6 billion hours for the first 28 weeks, but its first week record was 63.2 million hours, lower than All of Us Are Dead with 124.79 million hours. All of Us Are Dead plays first in about 60 countries, including South Korea, France, Germany, and Japan, and finished second in more than 20 nations like the United States and Britain. Based on a popular webcomic, All of Us Are Dead is set at a high school where a zombie apocalypse breaks out and threatens the lives of students. What the?
Well, that concludes TVS News at 5. Ruben Gomez, anytime, anywhere.